I've already taken the preliminary pictures on the exterior. I looked at the panel gaps, which I'll still analyze later on, but let's just do a quick little walk around. The car presents very well. There's no real obvious cosmetic blemishes. I did see some small ones, but really pretty minor. Just go ahead and just dial right on into the front here. Starting out the front bumper, I just always like to give them a nice little tap. Looks good. The headlamp assembly cover looks nice and clear. I run my hands over the paint. I'm not feeling any paint imperfections or waviness. Right? So nice and solid. This just a scrape here, and then I think there was a light scratch here somewhere. I got the still photo of it already. Nicely secured there. Hood. I'll be getting into the engine here shortly, but panel fit looks decent. Looking at the windshield, it's got the factory glass of Honda, and then I've got a shot of the public VIN, and then a quick look at the dash. We're looking for cosmetic blemishes or any signs of defect in workmanship or in materials. I'm not seeing anything as of yet, but I'll still be checking it from the inside. Windshield looks like it fits well, and then the convertible top seems to fit well in addition to everything else. Okay, looking at the left front wheel. I checked, so it's pretty low, so I just checked for any rubbing here on the inner lip. Right, and then let's just get a quick shot of the fender well in here. I'll need to review this later on myself. All right. Looking at the outside tires, the tire wear looks good. Not seeing any rim damage. And it's a 255/35 ZR1894Y is the speed rating there. Tire was manufactured on the 36th week of 2014. Looking at the brake rotor, not seeing any abnormal signs of wear, lips, or gouges there. And then see if we can get a shot of the brake pad there. Looking at the side panels, checking again for waviness, dings, or dents, and panel fit. Outside mirror looks good. Not seeing any damage there. Okay. Nameplate nicely secured. Paint is smooth to the touch and has a nice luster to it. Just a couple little rock nicks right there. I've already paint metered the vehicle. It's got some metal and then some, I guess, other material, right? So paint meter doesn't pick up on everything, but I checked the doors. Obviously, they've been repainted, but I'm not picking up on any signs of Bondo where I was able to get the reading. Okay. Left rear wheel. This one's a lot tighter than the front, so the view's gonna be really limited here. And there's a glare on the screen, so I don't even know what I'm capturing right now. I'll have to review it later. Again, I'll run my hands across the lip here, and I don't see any signs of rubbing here on the tires because the clearance is, I can't even get a finger right here. It's pretty minimal right there. Tires look good. It's a 285/35 ZR18 101Y is the speed rating here, and 2014 same manufacturer date. Rotor looks good, and let's see if I get a shot of the brake pad in there somehow. All right. And taking a view from the back side here. Let's get a quick view of the top. Stitching looks good. Don't see any stains, cosmetic blemishes, tears, or rips. Everything seems nicely secured. Good. Nice fit. Okay. Looking at the rear, panel fit nicely secured. Lenses nicely installed. I know when I first got here, I had Andy step on the brakes for me. We checked all the lights. Low beam, high beam work, turn signals, front and rear operated, running lights, backup lights, but the brake lights didn't illuminate. So I think he's gonna look into that for you to see what the issue is. All right, but when moving on there, okay, good. Everything's smooth to the touch. Thought I saw a little blemish here somewhere. Yeah, really, it's hard to tell. Just a slight blemish there. Right. Rear bumper. Again, just some minor cosmetic blemishes here. in prep work, but I didn't even notice it the first time around. It's when I'm dialing in really close is where I'm starting to see some of this stuff, and I'm literally about a foot away from it, so nothing obvious. Lens nicely secured. Okay, we're running my hands here just across the finish here, smooth to the touch. I'm not feeling any waviness. This panel here just a little loose compared to the left side. This one flaps a little bit. Looking at the right rear tire, this is feeling that, not feeling or picking up on any rubber. Same clearance, I can't even get my finger there. Here you can see sand marks for some of the paintwork, but it's hard to tell. Again, clearance is pretty tight there. Okay, good. Don't see any rim damage. And see if I can get a good shot of the rotor and brake pad. Try to get a shot of the wear. Oh, yeah, I see plenty of brake pad there. Looks good. Okay. And then a side panel view. Again, looking at the fit of the convertible top at the seal, glass to seal, looks good. Properly sealed. Outside mirror nicely secured. Okay. Door is good. This a view of the windshield from the right side. View of the dash. I know there's a glare, so it's going to be tough to get a good view, but I'm not seeing anything. I'll be checking the wipers here in a bit. And the right front wheel well area. Outside tire, manufactured 2014, so that's a match 255/35 ZR 1894 Ys. Rims, don't see any curb rash. Rotors look good. And see if I can find a sweet spot here. I'll have to review that later, see if that comes out or not. And then I'm going to push back one last time here before moving on to the engine bay area. This is going to be the first time that I start up the car, so here we go. Same thing, just want to make sure that all the lights illuminate, and then they turn off once the self-diagnostic process has finished. So here we go. All right. And looks like our mileage is 8,042. I see the check engine light, oil lantern, battery and brake. Good. So here we go. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. Okay. Right now, I have to press the clutch was pressed in, but in talking about the clutch pedal now, it's nice and firm. It feels like your normal or typical clutch. Not seeing any issues there. Started right up here, fuel gauge around a quarter. The check engine light's on, I'm sure because of the modifications. And let's see if the brake light goes out. Yep, good. Looking good. All right, so let's take a walk outside here. And I'm going to let it idle for a while. All right, and having it idle right now, what I do, same thing as before. Take a look at the exhaust. We're not seeing any obvious smoke coming out, blue, black, gray, or white. Condensation's okay again, and let's go ahead and I'm going to dial in a little bit more. I'll stay quiet for a moment. And really, we're just listening to the tone of the exhaust. I'm not hearing any misfiring. I'm not, again, not seeing the smoke. I can see the condensation there that's starting to dry up. So so far it's looking good. And here, the engine bay area. The shocks support the weight of the hood, which doesn't weigh anything really. Brake fluid looks like, I don't want this to get caught up in the engine. Brake fluid looks good. I'm not seeing any obvious signs of impact damage in the engine bay area. I checked the radiator fluid, checked for any signs of cross-contamination, and I'm not seeing that. Looking at the pulley system here, I've already looked at the belts and see any signs of cracking or weathering. Not seeing any obvious signs of external leaks as well. Everything looks pretty tidy. So as it warms up, the assembly is a little bit on the quieter side here. And again, just I'm staying quiet here because I'm actually listening myself. And let's see if I can rev it up a little bit. All right, so it sounds just a little rattly. So I know this thing's heavily modified here. So I'm gonna get Andy to comment on this as well. So like right there. All right, so yep, I'll just let it continue idling. I'm going to actually let it idle for about 10 minutes here while I move on with the rest of the inspection. Performs well first, second, third, fourth. I think we got up to fourth gear maybe, but it performed well. Didn't hear the clutch slipping, don't hear any clunking. Steering wheel's dead on, and it pulled. So I'll see if I can capture that again. We're seeing a drive on the surface streets here, done the shifting, clutch is engaging well, and so far performing well. The only issue I think we found with the lights was with the brake lights that Andy will be looking into, and I'll continue the video here as we move along. All right, we got a straightaway here, so we might be able to do some second and third gear. So it pulls well.